the $48,000 altcoin. Let's get into it. So Chris, today we are going to be taking a cheeky look at a project we've actually been invested in for quite some time. There are some hidden features around it that does equate to an incredibly lucrative opportunity. So as we get into this video, guys, hopefully you will find it useful and informative. If you do, then go ahead and smash that like button. We both really do appreciate it. And of course, if you want to stay up to date with all of those new hidden gems and cryptocurrencies, then do go ahead and subscribe to the channel. By subscribing, you're going to be kept up to date with everything we do here at Cheeky Crypto. It is free and you will stay well informed. So why not? Right, Chris, anything else you'd like to say before we jump down to the desktop and start talking about the opportunity that there is with this fantastic altcoin?
I think the first thing to say, Nick, is this isn't clickbait, right? This is genuinely, we believe that this particular altcoin could get to this ridiculously high figure. So stay tuned.
Fantastic. Right, let's do it. Right then. So Chris, we are talking about the governance token for the 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘 network. So this is the 𝗕𝗘𝗪. And this thing has been moving quite under the radar at quite a pace, right? It was when it first launched over here, we can see it in late December, where it was about $70 or so, and it did rise up and had some pitfalls as well, but nonetheless, it has rallied quite significantly. It is now currently trading at $488.39, yet that is incredibly undervalued in my opinion. And we're going to get into why we think this. So for those who do not know, I'm just going to go through a little bit of what 𝗕𝗪 tokens are. So 𝗕𝗪, short for the governance 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗪 token, is a ZRC2 compliant fungible token contract. The rationale behind issuing 𝗕𝗪 is to capture long-term token holders and give them access to governance tokens that they can then later use to make ecosystem-wide decisions. The contract code repository is can be found also here as well. So you can find this out via dev.𝗕𝗪𝗪𝗑.com under docs, and you can check that out as well. But here's a quick note. So 𝗕𝗪 will not be rewarded to SSN operators unless they themselves delegate their stake as a delegator. Earning commission does not entitle operators to 𝗕𝗪. Okay, so this is specifically for you delegators. So rewards rate, you get 0.001 of a 𝗕𝗪 per 𝗕L reward earned. So for every 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗪 or 𝗕L token that you earn via staking, you'll earn, all in addition to that, 0.001 of a 𝗕𝗪, which doesn't sound like a lot, but if you have a pretty good bag of 𝗕𝗘𝗪 and you're delegating it, you're going to be earning a pretty sizable amount of 𝗕𝗪. And the reward will end in October of 2021. So this is only for a year long. There's a very, very finite supply, and we'll get into that in a moment. So you only have until October to be earning the 𝗕𝗪𝗪 token. The maximum supply, Chris, is 722,700 𝗕𝗪𝗪. That has some serious scarcity to it. It's a fraction of the supply of what Bitcoin has, and we've seen the scarcity that Bitcoin has caused, right? And how those institutions keep buying up such a scarce token. And again, you can see this with a few other projects that have incredibly low maximum supplies. The price of these tokens skyrockets, and dramatically so. So there's a huge opportunity here when it comes to the 𝗕𝗪𝗪 price. It's currently seeing a pretty significant rally, in some cases almost 10% or 10x on its previous price. So we had seen this thing, as Chris, as high as $500 yesterday, and today it's come down a little bit to $488. But with only 722,700 𝗕𝗪𝗪s ever going to be out there in circulation, so it's going to be interesting to say the least. I think the 𝗕𝗪𝗪 price is going to dramatically increase even from its current position. So after the 1 year duration, no 𝗕𝗪𝗪 will be minted, and hence we encourage all users to withdraw their stake rewards before the 1 year duration is up. Okay, so Really interesting stuff. It is very possible that the 722 𝗕𝗓 may never get minted, as the number of 𝗕𝗓 that get minted depends on the frequency of stake rewards. So it could even be less than 722,700 𝗕𝗓 at the end of that 1 year period, which makes this thing incredibly interesting. Now, if we just hop back to market cap here, we can see how this is already going back up again. It was down at 488 when we just started this video. It's now at $494. But Chris, there's very limited amount of data because of the way that this token is kind of issued. No one really knows the circulating supply at the moment, and therefore you can't calculate the market cap as it stands. But there is a fully diluted market cap at this particular price based on the 722,700 tokens. That would only show it as a market cap of $357 million. And Chris, $357 million is an absolute tiny market cap for something as scarce as this. So the question then became, we were looking at it earlier today, weren't we? And we were thinking, what would happen to that market cap if, let's assume, that all 722,000 of them were out in circulation supply? Then what would happen if it went to 10x, right? From here, that's a $3.5 billion market cap. That seems very plausible for something this scarce. That would then make this token worth $4,940. That's not bad either. And then we got to thinking, well, what would 100x look like? And well, at the point of creating the thumbnail and starting this video, this was at $488. So we're like, well, that would make it $48,800. This altcoin has serious potential, and I can see this thing really popping hard after that year has ended. But more so, even through trading of this 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘 governance token during this bull run, I think we're going to see some incredible numbers. And therefore, it does ask those questions. Are we staking enough? Have we got enough 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘 to earn enough 𝗕𝗓? And some of you may be thinking, yes, I'm earning a good amount of 𝗕𝗓 every day, and that's fantastic. I'm earning a pretty good amount of 𝗕𝗓 too. Chris is slightly behind me. He has a little bit less on his 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘 bag, but nonetheless is still getting a pretty good amount. But even Chris has been thinking, well, maybe I'll just buy up a 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘, right?
Yeah, for sure. And you can do this by, what's the website, Nick? It's the exchange.
It is found on 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗀.io, but you could also go to the 𝗕𝗓swap.io, right? And you can just straight up swap into it, and it is a supported token on 𝗕𝗓swap. So again, lots of different ways to go and approach this. You don't necessarily have to stake your 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘 in order to actually acquire the 𝗕𝗓 token. You could go up and go to swap it from 𝗕𝗓swap, or go to the 𝗕𝗓s.io and get it off the exchange. So there are ways of getting a hold of this one ahead of time, specifically for those who maybe want to just purchase up a large amount before the price actually does increase dramatically. And for all those people who have a good stake in 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘 and are earning it, you may also consider maybe purchasing some 𝗕𝗓 ahead of time as well. And for anyone who maybe hasn't even invested in 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘 and is looking to acquire the 𝗕𝗓, you can do that via those methods. So there's lots of ways to take part with this one, and this one definitely seems to be flying under the radar at the moment. It seems that there's only one exchange that you can acquire it on, other than using the 𝗕𝗓swap.io website. This seems incredibly interesting, and I think that this particular token has a very good chance of doing a 100x, which would be a significant return on your investment. I, for one, Chris, am incredibly excited about this. Are you?
Yeah, I really am excited about this one. I think it's gonna do really, really well. The fact that it's so scarce is, it's 21 times more scarce than Bitcoin, and you look where Bitcoin's at right now. So yeah, it's interesting. It's also got a use case which Bitcoin doesn't have. So yeah, I kind of feel like it's going to do really well.
Absolutely, I can see this thing really flying, and I mean, it may be that actually this is a token that you hold for a significant period of time beyond the 2021 bull run. I mean, if we've seen what happened with Bitcoin bull run on bull run, right? You may want to maybe sell it at the top during 2021, buy it back when it falls down by maybe 50%, and then just continue to hodl it, because this thing, I think is going to be incredibly scarce, and people are going to potentially be hodling it and not selling it. That'll just push the price even higher. I am incredibly excited. I think this project, Chris, is going to do incredibly well, both Silica and the 𝗕𝗓 token. Obviously, 𝗕𝗓 is an interesting project as well into sharding, not too dissimilar to that of 𝗲𝗓, and we've seen what 𝗲𝗓 are up to at the moment, and 𝗕𝗓 are doing some pretty fantastic things too. I know we don't talk about 𝗕𝗓 too much on this channel, Chris, but it is doing some phenomenal work, and I think it's going to continue to do incredibly well in the future. There's always more space for these kind of projects. It's not a one project world that we live in. Many will succeed. And I think both 𝗲𝗓 and 𝗕𝗓 will do incredibly well during the 2021 bull run. But beyond that, I think they'll do well in the future as well. Chris, anything else you'd like to add before we sign off this video?
No, just let us know what you think the price of 𝗕𝗓 will be in the comments below. Really interested to know.
Absolutely. So guys, hopefully you have found this video useful and informative. If you have, hit the like button. We both really do appreciate that. And of course, if you want to know more about those hidden gems, learn about new cryptocurrencies and make some money, then why not consider subscribing to the channel? By subscribing, you're going to be kept up to date with everything we do here at Cheeky Crypto. It is free and you will stay well informed. So why not? And with this being said, we hope everyone has a fantastic day and we'll catch you all in the next one.
Yeah, take care.